Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at a very interesting firearm that I picked up. What this is a Crescent Firearms New York Club 22 rolling block rifle and 22 long rifle, I believe. It's kind of a copy of a Remington number 4. Now, when I'm going to put this video up, you're going to find when I say Crescent Firearms, there's going to be a lot of questions about shotguns and that. So I'm going to talk about the Crescent Company first before we look at this firearm. Okay? So, alright, Crescent Firearms, in which later became Crescent Davis Arms Corporation. Okay, it was formed in 1888 when a few individuals bought out the defunct Bacon Arms Company of Norwich, Connecticut. Okay, and they borrowed some money and formed the Crescent Firearms Company. The two gentlemen that started it were both firearms designers. They began production of single-shot tip-up shotguns that had external side hammers. Double-barrel shotgun production took over and was started in 1891. In 1893, they began making bicycle chains, and that same year, H.D. Folsom took over the company's financial control. And here's where it mentions this gun. Early in the 1890s, Crescent built a rifle that resembled the Remington number 4. And then it goes on to say a very rare Crescent was a 410 bore shotgun pistol, which was introduced in the 1920s. In 1929, N.R. Davis Firearm Company, then owned by Warner Arms Corporation, merged with Crescent to become the Crescent Davis Arms Corporation. Because of financial crisis, the business continued to decline and they were forced to sell out. Savage Arms acquired Crescent Davis in 1931 and assembled guns from the remaining part. And these guns were sold under the Crescent only name. Okay, then it said that the company kind of went under. They seized the property. And the last part of this, okay, now, what Crescent Firearms did is much like the Ted Sears and all that, the different companies made stock brand names. If you remember in the 70s and that. Crescent Firearms Company remains the best known manufacturer of house brand shotguns. Alright, Crescent private label guns for retailers, distributors, and mail order houses. Over 100 different trademarks have been observed to date, manufactured by Crescent. Okay? So this is where you're going to get some confusion on this company and these guns. Is they manufacture, like he said, under house brands. They would manufacture for hardware stores, mail order places, a lot of different guns. So unusual company, and this is an unusual gun. We're going to take a look at it. Okay, outwardly this gun resembles a Remington number 4. Now this is how I just picked this up here the other day. Got a Crescent butt plate, pretty nice wood. It's been a little stained in that. I think I can kind of get that up with a little bit of furniture polish and that. But the interesting thing about this old gun is the color case hardening. The condition on this is amazing. The case hardening color is still there on the receiver, which is beautiful. And a lot of these old guns that goes on, that fades over time. The bluing on the hammer and the block is in beautiful shape. There's a little bit of rust speckles here on this, And this is what they call the half octagon, half round style barrel, which is pretty neat, and goes down here to this end with a pretty straightforward muzzle there. So nice clean lines along the Remington number 4. We'll get into what that lever is there in a minute when we take a look at the other side of the gun. So that's what we got in terms of the firearm, and as the markings, we'll look at them on the other side. And like I said, color case hardening is great on there. Fairly simple little rear sight, which is dovetailed in there. The front one's kind of dovetailed in too. Very simple. So you could drift either one, I believe. Now, markings. New York Club patent of April 14th, 1892. Okay, I had to read that. Let me get the thing in focus again. Okay, there we go. Damn. Alright. And there is... Alright, while it's focusing, that's the other New York Club patent date, and then there's the Crescent Firearms manufacturers. So that's the only scrolls you got on this, no caliber, no nothing. So we'll back up from that. This camera, I might have to get a new camera. Now if we look at the receiver, notice this thing here. Okay, this round thing. We'll get more into that later. Like I said, for a 100-year-old gun, I guess a little mildew got on the stock finish there. That can probably be taken care of, one good scratch. But I mean, the condition of the metal is outstanding, and the condition of the bore is real good. See, a lot of these old 22s, when you find them, the bores are dog crap because they used the old mercuric primers, corrosive primers, or black powder 22s, and it would tear the bores up. But this one is pretty good. It has a little bit of wear to it, but the rifling's well defined and it's not pitted. You have one spot here where it looks like somebody pawed the barrel and wore the bluing on it. But other than that, some little light, little freckle rust things which we'll be able to remove fairly easily. This gun's in real nice shape for its age and what it is. Alright, now I'm going to show you the cool part of this. I have to change the camera around. I'm going to show you how this thing works and why I really am glad I got this. Okay, so here's the neat part. This looks like a little small scale Remington number 4, which is 22 rifle. It operates the same way. Rear hammer here. It's in the fired position. You go to half cock, that's basically the safety. Cock it all the way back. Your breech block comes down and everything else, and then the extractor then there would extract the cartridge. I believe it's 22 long rifle. It's not marked anywhere on the gun itself. So what's really neat about this, like I said, when it comes to this lever, now pay attention to this side, but this little lever, you turn it like this, and when you turn this from this position, I'll show you on the other side, as you turn it, this comes out, and then once you get it to a certain point, you have a takedown gun. Now, that's what we look like here. That's your little thing that comes out. And this does not come out of the receiver. It goes so far like that. And that there. And then you look at the receiver. I don't know if you can see it. There's a serial number there which matches both the barrel the other half of the gun. As you see, this side slides into the receiver, and there is a notch here that when you draw that up, that other end comes in and locks into this and holds the gun together, which is pretty neat. And there you can see the serial number is here, and again it appears down here. So this actually this is a pretty finely well-made gun. I don't know if you can see through the bore. The bore is in pretty good shape. That's how it works. And then you would just put the barrel back in and then draw up on this. And as you draw up on it, it draws this down into the receiver. And what I like to do is make sure I got it lined up and just pull this back, and that's it. Really neat old takedown rifle in great shape. Like I said, a little bit of work on the wood, but the case hardening is outstanding on this gun. This is a real neat find. And like I said, other for a little bit of rust and stuff, a little speckling up on the front there. Pretty good. I can't wait to get out and shoot this thing. Really interesting firearm. And the thing about something like this, okay, there's a footnote in a book. That's it. There's no references, even in Flaterman's. This isn't talked about. How many of these were made, God only knows. Nobody has any information on this gun. And as for the value, you don't know, okay? Because there's no reference. Nothing's known about it. It's a well-made gun, okay? Halfway decent quality, and I guess the only thing you could do is compare it to a Remington No. 4, even though it's not a Remington. And without having a brand name, it's kind of difficult to fix a value. But there you go. It's a neat little gun that I picked up. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and the explanation of Crescent Firearms. I will leave the comments open. Please do not tell me you have a Crescent Firearms shotgun, because I know absolutely nothing about them. And actually, from what I just told you in the video, that is all that I know about this gun. I don't know what the value of these guns are or how rare they are. I can't remember if I've ever seen one of these before. I think I remember seeing like a Remington No. 4 with this weird round thing on it once or twice before, but nothing that I can actually shed light on. So there you go. I hope you liked the video, and we'll get out and we'll get it to the range here sometime soon.